You keep telling yourself you're waiting for the right time, like suddenly the stars will align, your schedule will clear, and you'll magically wake up as the best version of yourself. That's a lie. The right time is just a convenient excuse to stay exactly where you are. Comfort is seductive. It'll convince you to settle, to sit, to stall. It whispers just a little longer while your goals rot in the background. How many days have you wasted waiting to feel ready? How many times have you said tomorrow and meant never? If you don't move, nothing moves. Your dream will not come knocking on your door. No one is coming to drag you out of bed, hand you confidence, or make hard choices for you. This is your responsibility, your life, and right now, you're either building it or avoiding it. So be honest. Are you proud of how you're showing up? Not the version of you in your head, not the one you post about online, the real one, the one who's procrastinating, overthinking, doubting. You say you want change, but do your actions say that? Real change? It looks like discomfort, like effort with no immediate reward, like doing the boring stuff over and over when no one's watching. You think you're stuck? You're not stuck. You're just scared. Scared to fail. Scared to look stupid. Scared to admit that you've been coasting. But fear isn't a reason to stop. It's a reason to start. If something matters to you, act like it. Put your energy where your mouth is. Otherwise, stop calling it a dream and start calling it a fantasy. Motivation fades. Discipline doesn't. If you only show up when you feel like it, you're never going to get anywhere. You want a better body, a better mind, a better life? Good. Now earn it. There's no shortcut. You either do the work or you don't. Every skipped rep, every half-assed effort, every time you scroll instead of starting, those add up. So does the opposite. One hard choice leads to the next. Habits compound, momentum builds. And your job is to get started. Of course it'll suck at first. Growth always does. It's supposed to be uncomfortable. It's supposed to test you. If it were easy, you'd already be there. So decide. Are you going to keep replaying the same excuses, or are you going to take control? Because it's not about finding time, it's about making it. You have time, you just waste it. If you can scroll for 2 hours, you can build something for 10 minutes. You can binge a show, you can write a paragraph, make one call, take one walk. One action matters more than 100 intentions. So stop lying to yourself about how hard it is. It's hard because it matters. That's a reason not to avoid it. It's a reason to dig in. And when you fail, you will. Don't spiral. Don't make it dramatic. Just reset. If you miss a workout, cool. Do the next one. You waste a day, fine. Win the next hour. Stop letting one bad moment turn into a bad week. Consistency doesn't mean perfection. It means showing up again and again and again, even if it's exhausting. Because change is exhausting, but so is regret. Pick your hard look. You're not soft, you're just untrained. Your mind is out of shape and your confidence is malnourished. Your habits are weak, so fix that. Build the system that failure will thank you for. No more waiting for motivation. No more hoping someone else saves you. You want something real? Create it. Fight for it. Make it happen with grit, not wishes. No more handouts, no more pity parties. You have potential, so prove it. You want results? Get uncomfortable. Earn them with sweat, with time, with silence. Success doesn't announce itself. It shows up, one boring, unglamorous, undisciplined choice at a time. You're not too far behind. And you think that you're broken, but you're not. You think it's too late? It's not. It's easier to say that than to start over. But you can start over right now, today. Nothing's stopping you except your own noise. So cut it. Get focused. Get ruthless. Stop waiting for the pain to go away and use it. Stop overthinking. Stop comparing. Stop delaying. Start moving. Start trying. And start building. You don't need a perfectly drawn out plan. You need today. You need now. One step, one choice, one tiny, defiant direction. Then another, then another, then another, until one day you look up and realize you're not where you used to be. You're stronger, you're sharper, more real. Not because it got easier, but because you got harder to kill. And that's the whole point. Not perfect or painless, just relentless. Because you've wasted enough time talking about who you could be, planning, dreaming, overthinking, convincing yourself you'll start when you feel ready, when life calms down, when the stars align. But you've had what you need for a while now. You're just too afraid to use it. And now it's time to become it, to stop hiding behind potential and step into proof. No more almost, no more waiting, no more rehearsing a life you keep postponing. This is the line, and lines don't move. You either cross it or you don't. And you become the person you said you'd be, or you get stuck in the story that kept you small. So today, right now, is your chance to decide. Life doesn't owe you anything. Not meaning, not happiness, not clarity. You're born, and that's it. No welcome letter, no map, no explanation. You open your eyes one day and you're here. And what do you do from that moment on? That's on you. See, most people live as if someone's going to come along and explain everything. What their purpose is, who they're supposed to be, what path they can take. But no one's coming, not with answers. Not with a plan, and definitely not to save you. And that's not depressing, that's liberating, because it means you're not locked into anyone's story but your own. You're not here to fulfill someone else's expectation, but you do have to get serious about that. You have to stop outsourcing your direction. You have to stop waiting for permission. Stop hoping life will magically click into place. It won't. Life doesn't click, it resists. And you carve through it by choice, by will, by clarity. The truth is, most people are terrified of clarity because clarity demands action, and action means risk. You might fail, you might get judged, you might lose comfort, lose people, lose the identity you built to survive. But what's the alternative? To play it safe? To chase a default dream? Do what you're told, be who they expect, and live in the same loop and call it a life? Too many people do that. They trade freedom for familiarity, authenticity for approval, and curiosity for comfort. And then they wonder why they feel hollow. So you're not here to feel safe. You're here to see clearly, to make choices that matter, to build something real and own it. Not just when it's pretty, not just when it works. But when it's hard, and when it isn't interested in your excuses. It doesn't care if your parents didn't love you the way they should have, that school was unfair, that you got hurt, betrayed, underestimated. Those things are real, but they are not a life sentence. Pain is part of the equation. So is chaos. So is failure. So stop running from it. Start learning from it. You want meaning? Don't wait for it. Create it. Meaning doesn't show up fully formed. It's built through effort, through choosing something and sticking to it long enough to matter. Your values, your discipline, your self-respect, those things aren't found. They're forged. And you forge them by doing hard things, by staying when it's easier to quit, by telling the truth when lying would keep the peace, by taking ownership when it would be easier to blame. You think wisdom is some peaceful or gentle thing, but it's not. Wisdom is learned and earned in silence, through mistakes, through self-reflection, through years of doing what most people avoid. You want to be wise? Then stop numbing out. Stop filling your time with noise. Put the phone down. Sit with your thoughts. Ask the questions that scare you. Who am I really? What do I want? Outside of validation, what am I running from? What pain have I refused to deal with? This is the work, and the part that nobody posts about. This is where your life actually starts. Not in the achievement, not in the aesthetics, and not in the applause. It's in the moment you stop lying to yourself. The moment you realize the world isn't holding you back. You are. So ask yourself, why are you still playing small? What story are you still clinging to because it feels safer than the unknown? What dream have you talked about for years but still haven't started? If that stings, it should. Truth is not supposed to feel cozy. It's supposed to wake you up. And this, right now, might be your moment. So you don't need a perfect plan. You don't need to feel ready. You just need to start. Because clarity doesn't come before action. It comes from it. You move. You stumble. You adjust. You get sharper. And eventually, you become someone who doesn't need a map. You become the kind of person who builds their own road. The kind of person who looks at the unknown and walks toward it anyways. Not because you're fearless, because you know what's at stake. Your own life. Your one life. Your one chance to do something that matters to you. So stop wasting it, trying to be liked, trying to be impressive, trying to be normal. You're not here to impress people who don't even know themselves. You're here to know yourself and to live like it's enough, because it is. And once you accept that, when you stop asking the world for permission to be who you already are, you win. But not at once, not with fireworks, but quietly, undeniably, and forever.